Hi, welcome to the HR and OD department's film. We want to tell you a bit about our COVID lockdown journey. Here's the team. Well, some of them, and a dog.
Hello!
Hello!
Let's start with the recruitment team talking about moving recruitment interviews online.
The big change was how we were going to continue providing a service to hiring managers, candidates and locums in the virtual world.
Within 2 weeks, we had devised a plan for interviews, employment checks and managing daily inquiries and requests. Adapting to virtual interviews included coordinating a virtual assessment centre in June for over 100 invited candidates.
In response to new and expanding services, we have also been able to manage the increase in job adverts as well as quickly process and onboard new starters.
Now let's hear what the team have got to say about getting people paid during the coronavirus lockdown, whether staff were working or not.
Payroll is not really the first thing you think of when you think of coronavirus and issues that it might create.
He had to respond quite quickly to the COVID situation and establish some new services like hotels at quite short notice. Those were often made up of teams of staff moving from other services or temporarily covering from other services, locums, agency staff. So we had to make sure that they were all set up correctly.
We played a part in helping SHP sort of keep going and providing support to our clients. The biggest challenge I think we faced was furlough. That was brand new to us, and having to claim back the grants from HMRC. You know, we'd never done that before.
So we had nearly 40 people on furlough at the time. As the lockdown eased around about July, we were thinking of planning and how we could bring people back from furlough and putting together risk assessments for those people that have been shielding. Involved lots of individual meetings for all those staff.
And there were also some temporary changes to sick pay rules, which were quite complicated and caused some confusion. We tried our best during that time to make sure that we gave quite clear and concise explanations to people that were affected by that.
And now let's hear about learning and well-being during lockdown.
The Wellbeing Hub's been a really great piece of work that we've done across this time. This came from the kind of initial starting point of the coronavirus course page. At the start, no one was quite sure what was happening, what to do. There was a real shift in how we were supposed to be working. We got that out quite quickly in March, before we even had to work from home.
We felt it was really important to ensure that new starters had their initial HR and corporate induction training to help them feel welcomed and settled into SHP and to have the chance to connect with other new starters. We rapidly moved many of our face-to-face courses online and created new relevant course pages like the coronavirus page and the working from home page.
We have released lots of wellbeing resources during this time. We were sending out weekly communications with top tips and resources for you. And we have got together with a cross-organisational working group to create a wellbeing hub available on SharePoint, which was launched in August. From now on, there's going to be a monthly wellbeing focus topic. October is burnout.
There's still a few courses coming that we're working on so they can be run virtually. But we now have 27 courses running virtually or where there's curated resources available, which is a massive achievement. Also a massive achievement for all of the staff. 1,474 courses have been completed. So that's a combination of e-learning and virtual training. You'll have completed nearly 1,500 courses, which is amazing.
And finally, let's look at how we've supported each other and looked after each other during lockdown while we've been working from home, like many other teams across SHP.
Well, I started in the middle of the lockdown. It's a bit of a surreal experience because I've been working from home the entire time. It's been quite strange working somewhere where you've not seen the operation in practice.
I haven't yet met my colleagues face to face, just virtually. Being able to shout out to my colleagues immediately over the office day to ask for help or support or assistance whenever I need it.
What I enjoyed is the camaraderie with the team. I think there's a shared experience, and there's a lot of support among the team as well. Had to quite rapidly adapt our way of working and our methods to be able to support the organisation in the way it needs.
And on that note, we end our journey. Thank you for watching, and
Bye. See ya.
Bye.
Hello, my name is Joe Mitchell. I oversee the Central Employability Team at SHP. I'm here to say a few words about the fundraising team. Luckily, Taz has sent me a script, so I'll just check that. Taz is by far the greatest colleague I have ever... No, I'm not reading that. No, she is great. She is a fantastic colleague. Agatha as well. Really pleased that they're expanding as a team. They've done some really amazing stuff for my services over the last few years. We now have a central ETE team, for example. We also have a ETE micro grant where clients can apply in for anything that's going to help them on their way into employment. Our employment outcomes as an organisation have quadrupled because of that, and that's all down to the fundraising team. Done some really great work with them on the Christmas campaigns over the years. They won't want me mentioning that I'm pretty certain I hold the record for the most amount raised in one day. King's Cross 2019, if I remember. Yeah, a shame we can't do it this year, but looking forward to all the creative stuff that they may end up doing. Okay, bye.
So, do I value the fundraising team? Yeah, massively. So the Sport and Health Project wouldn't exist without the fundraising team. I think the charity as a whole really values them, as it's clear to see that they realise the impact that they can have on other departments within SHP. So they work as hard as they can to open doors for all facets of SHP. So how have they helped us since COVID-19? They've continued to seek out potential partnership and funding opportunities in order to create a sustainable project, and also secured the donation of mobile phones to help some of our clients go digital, which has been particularly useful over the lockdown, as we've been, as a Sport and Health team, we've been providing a few more online facilities for the clients to access. Do you have anything to say about the individuals in the team? Yeah, I think Agatha and Taz are great. They're so amazing at their individual expertise, but also they work so well and complement each other as a team. I think it's sometimes hard to believe that all the work that's coming out of fundraising is coming from a team of two people. Individually as well, Agatha is always so willing, whether that be to secure our next funding, putting the work in for that, or getting stuck in with the events that the Sport and Health team throw. For example, Sports Day last year, captaining a team for that, organising the team, and also Taz, it's clear to see her relationships with the corporate partners really do open doors for the Sport and Health team, whether that be through donations or providing the opportunity for the corporate partners to volunteer within the programme and for events, again, for example, in Sports Day last year.
Hi! I wanted to do this video for fundraising to express my gratitude and also just to reinforce how amazing they are. I mean, they've done so many things for the organisations and for local services throughout their establishment in 2017, which has just been amazing, and they've grown from strength to strength since then. But I think for me in particular, I've had quite a lot of input with them most recently, and particularly with Taz, who always would just call you to check in and have a weekly check-ins with you just to see if there's anything that they could do on their end.
Every one of you is a fundraiser. If you work for a charity, you are a fundraiser. Whether it is by spreading word, whether it is about talking in a positive way about our organization, if it is just about mentioning to one of your network of friends saying, hi, I'm working for Single Homeless Project, we're doing great stuff. Have you ever looked at our website? That makes you a fundraiser. And we really, really, really need you. We need all of us collectively to be speaking about SHP and fantastic work that we are doing in order to gain more supporters, to gain more recognition, and ultimately to get more funding for this amazing stuff that we are doing in here. So please, please share our information on your social media, talk to people about what we are doing, and just be a supporter of SHP. We really need you. Thank you.